have to be sure to stay on the trail. If you go outside of this safe zone, you may be at risk of getting shot, which would not be a very pleasant end to hiking the tallest mountain in the world.
Why would you do this to me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We will be hiking Mauna Kea today, which is the tallest mountain in the world.
Technically, when measured from the bottom of the seafloor, Mauna Kea is 30,610 feet tall.
So above sea level, it's 13,803 feet tall.
Still pretty tall.
Yeah, and in order to reach the summit, there's two ways that you can access it. You can either drive up with a four-wheel drive, a very rugged road, or alternatively, you can hike either 13.5 to around 15 miles on a pretty intense trail to the summit. We'll be trying the latter option today, so hopefully we'll be seeing you at the summit. I've read a lot of blog articles about this hike, and several of them recommend acclimating at the elevation where the trailhead starts, which is around 10,000 feet. It's such a dramatic change given the fact that most of the island is at sea level. So we got up pretty early this morning so that we can sit around the visitor information station. But luckily, we got some iced coffee on hand.
We've made it to the Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station.
We have filled out our official permit. We're about to go give it to a ranger. Before you start the hike, you always need to check in with a ranger so they know that you're on the trail and what time you started. And when you come back, you have to check out to make sure that they know that you're okay. So we're about to go do that now.
Some safety tips for this hike. It's important to make sure that you have at least 3 liters of water with you. We have a little over 4 liters apiece. At higher elevation hikes, you just tend to burn through it a lot faster. Also at higher elevation, it's super easy to get sunburned.
Make sure that you start this hike early. The visitor information station estimates that a hike should usually take you around 10 hours round trip. Sunset here is usually around 6:30, so if you're starting anytime past 10 or 11, you're going to be hiking in the dark.
We packed headlamps. We don't plan on being here past sunset because we're starting pretty early, but in the unfortunate event that we hurt ourselves and we're slower coming down, the last thing you want to be doing is hiking on volcanic rock in the dark.
If anything happens, just call 911. Okay. They'll let us know within 5 minutes so you can shoot us your grid, and then we come find you that way. We got oxygen, we're all trained on how to use it.
Is it obvious where the trail
Alright, so walk up the right hand side.
Uh-huh.
First road on your left is recreational road, hunting road, okay? Take that road, but hold to the right. Everything to the left takes you to the shooting ranges and hunting grounds. Obviously, you don't want to be out there. Mm-hmm. And we do have hunters out there right now.
You guys got a nice day.
Yeah, we do.
Nice day to be hanging out up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Be safe, all right?
Thanks so much. Okay, quick update. We're a little over a mile in. So beautiful up here.
Right over there you can see Mauna Loa. That is the second tallest volcano on the island, about 100 feet shorter than Mauna Kea.
Let's keep getting it.
One important thing to note, slash a little bit scary, is that to the left of the trail is a hunting area. There's a lot of feral species on the volcano, which is threatening the endemic species here. So they've allowed hunting, but that means if you stray off this trail, you very well may be going on hunting grounds. So a couple things to note. You'll hear gunshots in the background, which obviously is not the most peaceful of hiking experiences. And second of all, you have to be sure to stay on the trail. If you go outside of this safe zone, you may be at risk of getting shot, which would not be a very pleasant end to hiking the tallest mountain in the world. This is the slowest I have ever hiked, but I'm going to make it to the top.
Okay, we're about a quarter of the way to the top. Wow, is this place dry. It just absolutely sucks all the moisture out of your mouth and you just want to drink water. So be sure to bring lots of it.
I thought it might be helpful to give you a quick little geological lesson about Mauna Kea. It is a 1 million year old stratovolcano, which is now considered dormant. It last erupted somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000 years ago. Another interesting fact is that it is the highest mountain in Hawaii, as well as the second tallest mountain in any island on the planet Earth, which is kind of crazy. Even though it's considered dormant now, there is some sort of geothermal steam vent going on behind me, so who knows?
So we're about 3 miles into our 7-mile ascent, and there's very little plant life left. Mostly just rocks and these very hardy bushes with red berries on them. So we got to the top of the first ridge line about halfway up, and it is pretty frosty now, so putting on my second layer.
Got my trusty Carhartt hat. We are on flat ground and it feels so good. From the parking lot to the summit, it's about a 5,000 foot elevation gain, which is almost a mile. Justin and I have done hikes that are this length, but we haven't been hiking as much as we usually do, and where we live, a lot of the high elevation hikes are closed, and then we definitely have never done such a long hike at this high elevation, nor I don't think have we ever done this kind of hike with such an intense elevation gain. So we're taking it really slow, but I will take the flat parts where I can get them.
Green, orange, purple, red. The varieties of colors in these rocks are just absolutely incredible. Okay, we can finally see the summit of Mauna Kea. You'll notice the two large hills behind me. On your left is Humu'ula, which is about 350 feet shorter than Mauna Kea, which is on your right. We're gonna hike to the left of Humu'ula, around back and up the back of Mauna Kea. We've got a little less than 3 miles to go. We'll see you at the summit. We are literally in the clouds.
that we have made it this far. We have not passed a single person on the trail. It is a beautiful day. It's a Saturday. I don't know what's going on, but glad we got the trail to ourselves.
This is the last big elevation push to the top until we get to the summit. And whoa, is this hike a butt kicker. How was it?
It's great.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you feel like you're on top of the world. Yeah.
Get back to it. Thank you.
Yes.
Yep. Good luck.
Have a good hike down. We're about 800 feet from the summit. Check out these clouds. Okay, there's where we're headed.
The final push. The final push to the summit is along a paved road. We are finally on it, but man, I think we might be going too fast for the speed limit. Just kidding, we are walking like zombies at this point. These guys know what's up. Wheels. We are almost all the way to the top. I just wanted to check in though and say this is definitely one of the most physically demanding things I've ever done. So if you're planning on doing it, definitely give yourself plenty of time. Make sure you feel in tip-top shape and bring lots and lots of water.
Finally made it to the top of Mauna Kea.
After 7 miles of hiking and 1 vertical mile, it's definitely been challenging, but it's been an amazing hike. We've seen so many different things and feels pretty good to climb the tallest mountain in the world with a small asterisk. That's the summit behind us. You might be wondering why we're not on it. In Hawaiian culture, the Ali'i, or the chiefs, were the only people who were permitted to go to the top of the summits. The summits were considered spiritual places, which were in the realm of the gods. Mauna Kea, because it is the tallest mountain in Hawaii, is the most spiritual place that you can go. Because of this cultural significance, the state of Hawaii has asked that we not hike to the very summit of this mountain, and of course we're happy to respect that. I just feel lucky to have partaken in this hike and have gotten to see such beautiful scenery and landscapes today. We're officially off, headed back down.
They make sure that you have all of the necessary safety gear to hike it successfully.
So we are back in our home of Seattle. We had tried to film an ending for the video while we were on the Big Island, but as you can see, the wind kind of foiled our plans a little bit and totally ruined our audio. That being said, the ending of our hike went a little differently than expected, and we wanted to make sure that we told you the full story.
So as you could probably tell, when we got to the summit, we were pretty tired. I had also started feeling the effects of altitude sickness, which got increasingly worse as we started our descent. So this was like a pretty bad headache and some mild nausea. So to make it a little bit easier on me, we decided to take the road all the way back down to the visitor center rather than do the hike the way that we had come up. This was going to add about a mile in length, but was going to be significantly easier on us since we're not hiking down volcanic rock the whole way. So we made it a couple miles down the road, and a very nice couple decided to give us a ride back to the visitor center. So for that, we're very grateful.
So we wanted to do this post-hike recap because obviously the effects of altitude sickness are very real. One huge benefit to this hike is that about 75% of it is covered with pretty decent cell coverage. So in the event that something happens and you can't get back down the mountain safely, don't hesitate, call 911. They'll coordinate with the rangers to help get you the medical attention that you need.
Obviously, this hike was a little bit more challenging than we had expected. That being said, though, we had an absolute blast, and now we can officially say that we've hiked the tallest mountain on Earth. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button below.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about this hike, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments.
We have another exciting video coming out about our time on the Big Island, so if you want to follow that and all of our other adventures around the world, be sure to subscribe. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye.